Problem asks, the radius of the base of a cone is 6 inches, the height is 6 inches. What is closest to the volume of a cone? So we have a cone. A cone is, this is going to be a very rough drawing, but the cone is something that looks like this. And it says the radius of the base of the cone. So in this cone, and again, this is going to be a rough drawing, we have a height, and then it hits the bottom or the base, and then we have a radius. So the radius is 6 inches, the radius of the base, and it also tells us the height is 6 inches. So very rough drawing, but that is our cone. The most important thing we need, and you don't need to memorize this because you will get a formula sheet. On the formula sheet, all you have to do is find a cone, and it'll tell you that the volume is 1/3 times pi times r squared times h. So in this formula, my r is my radius, my h is my height, and obviously we know what pi is, and we're solving for the volume. So we're going to take our formula, and we're just going to plug in the numbers into the right spot. 1/3 times pi, we know pi is 3.14. Our radius, it tells us in the question, our radius is 6 inches. So I'm going to plug in 6. Remember, when we plug in a number for a variable, we should put it in parentheses. And that 6, or that radius, is squared. And then lastly, our h is our height, which the problem again tells us is 6. So when we're solving this formula, we have to keep GEMDAS in mind. We have a whole bunch of multiplication, but before we get to the multiplication, we need to do our exponents. That comes first when we're thinking about GEMDAS, right? E comes before M. So we have 1/3 times pi times 6 squared. 6 squared is 36. And then I haven't done anything with that 6 yet. So on your calculator, if you do 1 divided by 3, enter, that's going to give us 1/3 as a decimal, which is 0.33 repeating, times pi, you can use 3.14 for pi, times 36 times 6, you should get 226.08 inches, and volume is cubed. Volume is cubed. So on the Google form, it was a multiple choice question. Which one is closest? So you're going to pick whichever one is the closest, which was 226.